Hi guys, Funsho here from We Coach Crypto. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to your weekend. Right, wanted to give you a brief market update and also talk to you about the potential that we are starting an alt season. Now, first things first, we're on a mission to help 1 million people understand cryptocurrency. So if we've helped you in any way, please let us know. Always, guys, as well, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. We get back to everybody. And also, guys, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get updated for future videos. Right, let's get into it. Okay, so first thing, guys, the market cap is currently at $2.578 trillion. Okay. The market is up 0.69% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin is hovering around at the moment at $57,759. It's down 1.9% on the 24-hour, and it is down 8.78% on the 7-day. So if you remember, guys, what I was saying to all of you, and especially to our inner circle, is I was expecting that things would run in a channel between 55k Bitcoin, 75k Bitcoin. I expected that we were going to have a pullback. We had a flash crash. Okay. Then I said to people, yeah, this doesn't look like it's quite over for me. I think it's going to pull back further. It pulled back further. I said that we might bottom out around 55k because at 55k, we've got a lot of support. We've also seen a lot of institutional purchases at that level. Obviously, the market came down further than what it is currently, and it has bounced back slightly, bringing Bitcoin back above 55k to 57 at the moment. So Ethereum, as you will notice, is at $4,218. It's up 2.08% on the 24-hour. What we're seeing here, guys, is a bit of a running trend in the altcoins. And the reason we're starting to see a bit of a running trend in the altcoins is because Bitcoin's dominance is starting to drop, which means, depending on how the weekend goes, we could be in for an alt season. Now, what that means is all the alternative coins to Bitcoin are going to start to create huge gains. As you can see here, Solana is up 7.34%. on the 24-hour. So when I've said to you all, especially our inner circle, if you've got liquidity on the sidelines, I was saying about it yesterday, I said about it after the flash crash, scale in, use a percentage of your liquidity to start building positions in these quality cryptocurrency projects, because you're going to be able to ride that dip and start making yourself some profit. So, ones to note: Polkadot up 5.57%. Solana up 7.18%. Okay. Have to mention it. Shiba Inu is up 17.8%. But you've got to remember as well, this thing has took an absolute hammering. If you look at the chart here, it dropped right down, but it is bouncing. Okay. So that's one actually to keep an eye on, because it's in the top 11 ultimately. It's got a market cap of 27 billion. It's been up at 40 billion. Bear in mind, you've still got to remember, guys, this is a lot of retail money coming into these type of projects. All right. They are memes. Yes, it's arguable about the utility that it has and what they're planning to do. But ultimately, you need to be sensible about what you're investing into and understand the risk levels that are involved. AVAX up 10.51%, another very good performer. Terra Luna, this is one that I'm going to be bringing to you guys to talk about further, because it looks to me like it is primed to potentially break out. And it's actually a really good project. So I'm going to be sharing some information on this one, and it's one to keep an eye on. It's up 5.74% on the 24-hour currently. Crypto.com coin. What is going on here? In the last 7 days, this is up 53.33%. It exploded. Now, is it likely to maintain holding that value? That's difficult to say. Don't go chasing green candles, guys. Another thing that we teach in our inner circle, you do not chase green candles unless there is a clear indication that something is likely to continue to grow in value and you've got good fundamentals as to why. For example, the metaverse tokens I've been talking to you guys about, like Decentraland, like the Sandbox, and a number of the gaming tokens that are out there, they have continued to gain momentum and are likely to. They will let off steam at some point. They will pull back at some point. That would be a time that I would be thinking about potentially scaling it. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice. Everything that we say is always for educational and entertainment purposes only. Moving on, Polygonmatic and Algorand also up. You know, across the board, look at VeChain as well. VeChain's starting to move, starting to wake up, liking that compound there. I think what we're likely to see here, guys, is that a lot of the major altcoins in the top 50 are going to really start motoring. Decentraland, Mana, up 10%, up 24% on the 7-day. This thing looks like it's potentially going parabolic. I mean, look at that. It's broken out above its weekly top. And that is a very nice candle to see. So, Phantom up 8%, another one to mention. As you can see, guys, the majority of the market is green. Loopring as well. I've spoken to you guys about Loopring, LRC. That has gone up 22% in the last 24 hours. Again, look at that candle. That looks tasty to me. Cadena, it's another one that you guys should keep an eye on. It's in significant growth. Obviously, again, don't go chasing green candles, guys. Make sure you're doing your research into these projects. Engine Coin is another one that I told you guys about. I told you Engine Coin was going to explode. It's up 20% today. That looks good to me also. Okay. So, as you can see, things are looking good. Thorchain Rune, another one that we brought to the inner circle many, many months ago. This thing's up 10% on the 24-hour. It's looking like it's going to be a very nice bounce. Okay. So, other things to mention, guys. Very interesting story here. Okay. Crypto could undermine the dollar and destabilize nations. Hillary Clinton. So, former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has said that crypto has the potential to undermine the US dollar. Former presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has said that cryptocurrencies are very interesting and exotic, but they have the potential to undermine the US dollar. What looks like a very interesting and exotic effort has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollars as reserve currencies, for destabilizing nations, Clinton said at Bloomberg's New Economy Forum. She added that if in the hands of the wrong people, cryptocurrencies could be direct threats to nation states. There's a whole new layer of activity that could be extremely destabilizing, or in the wrong hands, or in alliances with the wrong people, could be direct threats to many of our nation states and certainly to the global currency markets, she added. With that, Clinton is broadly on the same page as President Biden, whose actions have demonstrated he is serious about the national security risks presented by cryptocurrencies. The former presidential candidate also appears to share some common ground on this issue with former President Donald Trump, who said that Bitcoin seems like a scam and that it's another currency competing against the dollar. Throughout 2021, President Biden has preceded Hillary Clinton's comments by emphasizing the national security risks associated with cryptocurrencies. Earlier this year, the US Department of Justice announced that it would elevate ransomware to a similar priority level as terrorism, amid recent high-profile ransomware attacks, including the Colonial Pipeline and JBS attacks. In the summer, President Biden also set up a ransomware task force with the express purpose of combating cyber attacks and tracing cryptocurrency ransom payments. Concerns over cryptocurrencies and national security are well justified, considering the plethora of evidence that has demonstrated how bad actors can use the technology. Earlier this year, Hamas admitted to a spike in Bitcoin donations following renewed conflict with Israel. Elsewhere, Andrew Anglin, the founder of neo-Nazi website, was found to have received almost $5 million worth of Bitcoin since January 2017. Russian intelligence Dingaling-backed companies have also been found to have been using cryptocurrencies to meddle in American presidential elections. So, make of that what you will, guys. For me, I'll be completely honest. That is the biggest cop-out that I've ever seen. You know, of course it's a threat. You know, it's obvious that it's a threat. But what annoys me is when you see people try and use, oh, you know, these guys have got this much in Bitcoin. The entire fiat system has everything you could imagine in it that is bad. Okay? Terrorism. Then you think about fraud, you think about all the criminal aspects of things that go on. People accept dollars and pounds to do all of these things. So it always makes me laugh when you see this correlation that Bitcoin's really bad and the dark web and everything else. Come on, seriously. Anyway, moving on from that. So guys, let's see what happens over the weekend. I expect that we're probably going to see an altcoin rally based on what I'm seeing in the charts. Obviously, guys, we haven't got a crystal ball. This could come lower, but based on what I'm seeing, I think that we're going to see a really good bounce at this point. Obviously, remember, guys, like the video, share it, hit the notification bell, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I look forward to catching up with you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend.